This is another lie that people tell themselves. Charles, money gives you freedom. Does it really? Okay, so how is the wealthiest man around freer than the hermit who has no obligations or responsibilities, or the homeless person? If you're homeless, think about it. Really, the only thing you're concerned about is where do you get your next meal and how do you survive the night? And as long as you have those two things settled, you have no taxes, no bills, no obligations, no schedules, no calendar, no one to bother you. You just basically go anywhere you want, do anything you want. You wake up one day and say, if I have food today, I'm going to go to the library and just read any book, or go online and just surf Facebook all day, or whatever. You know, maybe that's freedom. I don't know. What's your definition of freedom? Because the more money you have, the more worries you have, the more things you have to worry about. You have all these assets you have to take care about. Buy a Lamborghini, you have to have insurance for it. Have to get a camera for it. Have to do all these things. Have to get on a maintenance cycle. Battery goes dead all the time. All these things. And then people try to steal from you. The more money you get, the more people try to take what you have. Creates problems. You see, so this is the lies that people tell themselves. If I get to this point, everything will be better. And the argument I'm trying to make, and I think it's being lost, is it's not that somehow that point doesn't give you something. Sure, it does. It's that if you are saying to yourself that every step along the way, regardless of what I have to do and the hell I have to go through and the unhappiness that I inflict on myself and others, is all justified, because when I get to that point, life starts. You are wasting a big part of your curve. Because when you get there, you'll find out that actually nothing changes. Nothing changes. You'll have a huge high the minute you get the things that you've been sacrificing for, but then you wake up the day after and you say, what next? The key to life is figuring out how to make every step along the way joyful as you struggle towards whatever end you want. That's the key. You have to figure that out. And also do so in a way that doesn't destroy the relationships of the people around you. The ends don't justify the means in that respect. Going back to the surgeon, all those sacrifices along the way, now that's happening. What do? Is any amount of money in the world going to buy that person happiness at that point? Think about all the damage that that person probably had to go through. All the friendships lost, all the moments lost, the relationships harmed, having to study for the MCATs, having to go through medical school, going through the USMLE, going to that residency program, going all the way through the 120 hours a week in the residency. No social life, no personal life, so much exhaustion, so much drain, getting yelled at, making mistakes, being punished for making mistakes, worrying every day. Are they going to drop out, flunk out? All those things, all those sacrifices, because there was this fanatical idea that at the end of the rainbow, there's going to be an event where he's finally made it. He's finally at the plateau. And he gets there. Now it's gone. Did that mean everything was for a waste? Everything was for nothing. That whole chunk of the curve was for nothing. What if you're a football player? Tom Brady. Think about him. The best there ever was, the GOAT. There will come a day when Brady can't throw well enough to be in the NFL. What does he do then? His whole identity is being the greatest who ever lived. Same for Michael Jordan. His whole identity was the greatest basketball player who ever lived. Can't play basketball anymore the way that he used to. So, what does it mean? Is there meaning in his life now? What does he do? What about all those football players who are real famous, real great, and they lost all their money? Now they have nothing. They can't play anymore. They don't have their money. These types of things. Think about it. Really do. Do you see? Are you still going to find meaning that way? That's the key.